Your Wi-Fi says connected. The signal bars look perfect. The router lights are calm, and yet nothing loads, not Google, not WhatsApp, not even a speed test. And this exact moment is where most people panic and start doing random things like toggling airplane mode, restarting the router 5 times, or blaming the internet company. But here's the truth that almost nobody explains clearly. Wi-Fi connected does not mean internet available. Those are 2 completely different layers of communication, and understanding this one distinction instantly puts you ahead of 90% of users. When your device connects to Wi-Fi, it is only confirming a local handshake between your phone or laptop and the router sitting in your house. That connection can be perfectly healthy, even if the router itself has no working path to the wider internet. And this is why you can see full signal strength while every app stays offline. Because signal strength only measures distance and radio quality, not whether data is actually flowing beyond your walls. Now here's where it gets interesting, because in many cases the internet is technically available, but your device still can't use it. And that's where silent failures come in. The kind of failures that don't show error messages and don't look broken. The most common one being DNS failure, which sounds technical but is actually simple. Every website name you type, like Google.com, has to be translated into a numerical IP address before your device can reach it. And DNS is the system responsible for that translation. So when DNS breaks, the internet doesn't disappear. It just becomes unreachable by name, which is why sometimes Google apps load but websites don't, or one app works while everything else feels dead. DNS can fail because of router bugs, ISP misconfigurations, corrupted cache, VPN leftovers, or even a single setting change during a software update. And the scariest part is that none of this shows up as an obvious error. Everything looks fine while nothing works. Another hidden reason is IP conflict, where 2 devices on the same network accidentally get assigned the same address, confusing the router so badly that traffic gets dropped silently. And this often happens in homes with many devices, smart TVs, cameras, or repeaters. Especially if the router firmware is outdated. Then there's captive portal confusion, a situation where your network technically requires a hidden login page, but fails to show it. So your device thinks it's online while all traffic is blocked in the background, something you'll see a lot in apartments, offices, or after changing routers. Let's not forget MTU mismatch, a small packet size setting that, when wrong, allows connections to start, but prevents data from completing its journey, causing endless loading circles with no explanation. And finally, there's ISP routing failure, where your internet provider's network is partially down. Not enough to show no service, but enough to break real connectivity, meaning your router is online, your device is online, but the path between them and the wider internet is broken somewhere you can't see. The reason restarting sometimes works is because it temporarily resets DNS caches, renews IP leases, and renegotiates routes. But if the underlying cause remains, the problem always comes back, which is why people feel like their Wi-Fi is unreliable or cursed, when in reality it's failing in very predictable technical ways. The biggest mistake users make is treating this as a speed problem when it is actually a translation, routing, or permission problem. And once you see that distinction, troubleshooting becomes logical instead of emotional. Here has a quick mental test you can use next time this happens. If the Wi-Fi icon is present but nothing loads, think local connection is fine, global path is broken. And if one app works but others don't, think DNS or routing issue. This alone will save you hours of frustration. And here's the part nobody tells you. Modern networks fail silently by design because systems prioritize staying connected over telling you the truth. They'd rather say connected than admit something upstream is broken, which is why understanding what's really happening matters more than memorizing fixes. In the next video, I'll break down the single router setting that silently kills internet on phones, laptops, and smart TVs without showing any warning at all. And once you see it, you'll never trust the connected icon the same way again. So if you don't want to keep guessing every time your internet pretends to work, make sure you're here for that. Because this channel isn't about quick hacks. It's about understanding why things break in the first place, and once you understand that, fixing them becomes effortless.